Okay, well, thank you, thank you. Okay, our next candidate is Dr. Jamie Miles, who's running in the 23rd. Same thing, but she is position 2.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm going to go a little off script, except for the fact I'm never on script, so. Okay. So last night, I was speaking to somebody that I care about very deeply, who I love very deeply. And this person was describing to me that they're in a terrible living situation, that they're in an abusive relationship. They're being videotaped in their own home. They are being threatened. Things are disappearing. They're being gaslit. And she was telling me how she and her son really don't have a lot of options. And I was trying to listen to her and explain to her that I remember her when she would get on a plane and spend the weekend in Maine, where she would spend the weekend in Alaska, where she was full of adventure and she was willing to take risks. And I heard the hitch in her voice. And she said, I feel like the fire inside of me has been extinguished. And when I got out the phone with her, I realized that in a way that's all of us, because we've been gaslit and we're in an abusive relationship. And that's with our government, who wants to silence us, who wants to gaslight us that everything's okay, but it's not. Here's the thing. She was thanking me for reminding her who she is. And she was using the memory of who she is to give her the strength to realize who she could be. I want each of you to remember that there was a time when your children would sing America the Beautiful, would sing My Country 'Tis of Thee, knew the words to the Pledge of Allegiance, could sing the Battle Hymn of the Republic, where everybody would stand up and put their hand over their hearts. You have to remember that time. Because right now, you are domestic abuse victims, each and every one of us. You are being gaslit that this is the way it's always been. No. You are being told that everything's okay. No. Things are being stolen from you, your rights, your dignity, your freedom of speech, your ability to congregate, your ability to hold a different opinion. You are in an abusive relationship. You have to remember who you are. When they can steal your very memories, they take away not just who you were, but who you can be. Who knows what a tuning fork is? All right? A tuning fork hits a perfect tone. You feel it. If you've ever held a tuning fork, that's what truth does to you. You feel it in your soul. I listened to her and I realized that part of the problem that what we all lived through with COVID was that we were lied to, we were abused, people threatened us if we did not accept an experimental vaccine. They are now threatening us with respect to what we're thinking and what we're writing and what we're saying. You have to remember who you were. This is not the way it always was, and this isn't the way it has to be. You know how you stop this? You choose something else. You don't have to like me. You have to like yourself. You have to want better for you, for your children. You have to remember who you are and what connects you to all of the generations that came before us. I wear a key around my neck. This was given to me by a patient. It was the only thing that she was able to escape her home with in Germany. She took it into the concentration camps. She would swallow it and she would find it, and she would swallow it and she would find it. It went to a jewelry box that was taken from her that held all of the important things that were given to her by her mother and her grandmother. One of the last things she did was she gave this to me. It was the most precious thing she had. What is the most precious thing you have? It's your children. It's what you want for your children. My friend that I spoke to said, "How is your campaign going?" And I said, "I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. I'm a Jew. We have a saying, you plant the tree so your grandchildren can live in the shade." That's what we're all doing now. We may not win, but as the Talmud says, it's not for us to finish the work, but neither are you excused from it. Thank you.